Who do I have with me here today?
How you doing? Pleasure. Ken James, chef and co-owner of Plates on Deck.
Chef Ken.
Yes, sir. It's a family business. Everyone from our sons all the way up to myself and my fiance. We work the business. It's been a baby of mine and concept since before I knew the concepts of business. I always knew I wanted to share my love of food and really show people what soul food really is about.
So, it's Plates on Deck.
Plates on Deck, yes, sir.
And where are you originally from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm originally from Queens, New York, born and raised.
Queens.
Yes, the world's borough, as they call it, which is why we are eclectic soul food, or home of eclectic soul food, because it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. If that meal is made with love, passion, and skill on a plate, and it evokes an emotion, that's soul food.
That's awesome. Just like the shirt says.
Just like the shirt, yes,
That
sir.
is awesome. So, what brought you from Lakeland to from Queens to Lakeland?
Yeah, so actually, my fiance Ziamara is a proud Florida Southern alum.
Ah.
And we also have a Florida Southern student. Our son Jeremy is in his sophomore year now. So yeah, Lakeland was home to her, and it is now, home of Plates on Deck. And we look to help to, set down roots in Lakeland and become one of the premier dining attractions here in the city.
So, you guys are out of Catapult here in
Yes,
Lakeland.
sir.
And what are some of the services that you guys offer?
Here at Catapult, which is an amazing place, it's a beautiful business incubator and commissary kitchen. We actually offer everything from private dining experiences, catering of all levels, whether it's just drop off for a small lunch or family dinner, all the way up to full service weddings and corporate events. And we also do market pop-ups as the schedule allows as well.
So, anybody who's interested in private chefing, parties,
That's right.
catering.
The holidays are coming around.
Oh yeah, that's a big one.
We are pretty booked on the day of Thanksgiving already. We've got some customers who booked out as early as March, and they've actually been coming to us for the past 3 or 4 years since we've been here in Florida, which is amazing. It's just,
That
to
does
me,
it
it's
right
a testament to the quality and service of the food and what we offer. And then we've got, of course, the holidays in December and New Year's right around the corner, and we'd be more than happy to help anyone who's looking.
Wow. And so you're out of Catapult,
Yes, sir.
and you have a website address.
We do. It's myplatesondeck.com, and then you can find us on all social medias at myplatesondeck or at platesondeck, and you can reach me directly on Instagram at mychefken.
My chef Ken. Well, I have to ask.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we all know the big elephant in the room.
Yes,
Man, you were on the Great Food Truck Race.
I was, and man, it was a great experience.
Can you tell me how much fun you had?
Oh man, it was amazing. First and foremost, to be able to do it with my amazing fiance and my cousin. That speaks to just how much of a
Oh,
real
that's your
family.
cousin. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
yes. Sam is my cousin. Our mothers are sisters.
Okay.
So we grew up. That's more like my little brother than my cousin, and to really bring him in, he's been a huge supporter of the Plates on Deck movement from the very beginning when it was just me selling plates as DJ's Plates on Deck. I grew up as David James, which is my middle name.
David James. Okay.
Yes, so it was really great for him to be there, and we were able to start off in Houston, and really be able to share and our brand and our love for culinary with a lot of different people. It's safe to say thousands.
Oh yeah.
And really just make our mark and spread the word about who we
How
are.
did you decide, or how did you say, let's apply? How did that come about?
Actually, they reached out to us. We weren't too sure how real the message was first because it was on social media, but we did a little bit of research and found out they were who they said, and we just put in the application that way, did a couple of casting interviews, and then next thing we know, we got the call.
And how long did it take? Did it take a year or something?
It took a few months between the casting and when they gave us notice, and then once we got notice, we had a couple weeks to make plans and be on site.
Got it. Can you imagine? I can't imagine how exciting that would be.
It was great, and most importantly for me, for my children to see that something that was just a dream and a vision of mine is now coming to fruition, and they're able to see their dad and Z on TV and their
Man.
mom, and It's really great because, you know, it's just proof that you put the work in and your dreams are realities.
That's right. And sometimes I have to tell you, I wanna give up and I wanna quit, but
Right.
you never know when that call's gonna come in or
Bingo.
that post.
Or even more so, you never know who's watching.
Amen, that's right.
And that consistency could be the very thing to give somebody the motivation to keep going through whatever struggles or trials that they're going through.
That's right. Spread kindness, spread kindness.
Exactly.
So, can I mention the little incident that got you a little bit famous?
I mean, hey, I feel like it got me some infamy more than anything.
Oh, it did?
Oh, yeah. So of course, we're talking about the spilled milk.
Yeah.
And that was, for those who are wondering, that was a very real unscripted moment. One thing I take very seriously is the honor of people trusting me with their life. You are what you eat, and very easily what you serve someone could either give them life or bring them death, without exaggeration. So I take that very seriously, and safety and sanitary is of the
That's
utmost
fantastic.
paramount to me.
That's hard to hear. It's rare to hear that. That's
Yes.
true.
So, you know, I think that if people are gonna trust me to serve them food, I wanna make sure that what I'm serving is not only the best quality, but it's also the cleanest possible. And, so yeah, I took exception to that, because if we are all, you know, culinary professionals, I know in the rush and the excitement of the competition, but it wouldn't hurt for somebody just,
Yeah,
hey, can we just take a second? Or even acknowledge that there's a spill and have someone
That's
else.
right, I
clean
agree.
it.
I watched it a couple times, and I think you were in the right, 100%.
Thank you.
If someone would have put it together and got someone lactose or what, I don't,
Right.
I'm not a chef, I don't know, but I know that you knew it was cross-contaminated.
Yes, sir.
And you know the best thing to do, start over, pitch it away.
Absolutely.
So I commend you on it, very
Thank
good.
you, I
That's
appreciate
right.
it. And, yeah, you know, the biggest takeaway for me was in my moments of reaction, making sure that I'm still mindful and present enough to address my wife and those who are on the team with me appropriately, and be considerate of their feelings as well.
Dude, you know the only difference between you and me is yours was on television, mine, because we all have it.
Right,
There ain't
absolutely.
nobody better than anybody.
Nope.
There ain't nobody, we all get upset,
That's it.
but mine wasn't filmed.
That's it. As long as you handle it with respect,
There
and
you
you
go.
guys can come back together and let cooler heads prevail, that's all that matters.
That's good to hear. Well, I appreciate you sharing that. So
Yes,
what's in
sir.
the future for you guys? Do you guys really own a truck or?
No, actually, we are, because we're primarily catering, we use our 10x10 branded tent setup when we do markets like the Lakeland Farmers Market, Winter Haven Farmers Market, or sometimes we do First Fridays when they're food themed. We'll actually be at the end of this month doing the Lakeland Night Market.
Okay.
And I believe that's on the 26th, Saturday the 26th
Okay.
of October. So we'll be there, and excited to really, you know, it's always great to
Serve it,
engage,
yeah.
yes.
I'm eager to
Yes,
try your
yes.
food. I mean, I've been watching it on television, when, you know, the background and stuff.
Right.
But I'm eager to try it.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm
So-
glad you said that. If you take a peek in your bag, you've got lunch.
What? Are you kidding me?
I promise.
Well, hot dog, thank you so
We got
very
your
much.
lunch there, and then we've got 2 of our special seasoning blends. So the first one here, this is our Cajun seasoning. This is our Cajun soul seasoning here. And then you also have our eclectic soul seasoning, which will give you some really great flavor profiles when you're at home doing some cooking for the wife as well.
And if you end up liking it, people can buy it.
Absolutely.
Oh
We
my
actually
goodness,
have,
look at that, guys.
That's it.
I got treated, surprise.
You do. You actually have our sweet chili chicken stir fry and jasmine rice, which is a meal that I was actually privileged to serve to our soldiers of the National Guard today.
Wow,
Yes, sir.
that's fantastic, man. Well, I am eager to try it. I didn't know I was gonna get to
Absolutely.
try it today.
Yeah, see that?
Thank you so much. So what's in the future when I talk to you next year?
Yes.
You're gonna have do you what's your
We
dream?
are looking now to secure some property here in Lakeland to set down roots, like we said, permanent roots, to really build the Plates on Deck brand and offer a full range of what Plates on Deck can bring to the table, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Whether that's our culinary lessons for the youth, which is actually how I got started cooking professionally, was working at the Boys Club of New York. in
Oh, are you
youth
serious?
development. Yes, sir. I actually spent about 10 years in youth development, and I was able to coach a competitive culinary program, and my guys won 3 years in a row, back to back.
Wow.
To back, and yeah, so just seeing the joy that these young boys had, to be able to go from not knowing how to boil water to not only being able to compose a complete meal and present it, but also understand what goes into the dish, the balancing of flavors, nutritional components, the origins of the ingredients that they're using, and then being able to articulate that to a panel of judges, what they created, why they created, and how everything came together.
Wow. It's a whole career. I mean, that's something
Yes, indeed.
you do forever. I was in restaurants for many years. I'd come in the back door and sell the soap and work on the dishwashers. So I got to know chefs all over the place. I never did
Absolutely.
learn the food, but I know that there's an art to it.
Yes, sir. And once you learn that skill, that's something no one can take from you. And it's my mission to leave lasting positive impact on all those I come across, with a specific emphasis on young boys and young men.
That's fantastic.
Yes,
How did you come up with the name Plates on Deck?
Actually, Plates on Deck has many meanings, because in New York, as you know, first off with baseball, if something's on deck, we're up next.
That's right.
So that was how I started. I'm up next. Plates on Deck is up next. In New York, if something is on deck, that means it's ready at all times and you always have it. So my plates are always on deck. I've always got food. I've always got something cooking. And then we're versatile enough to go from the block party to the ball game, and then from the ball game to the yacht deck or in first class on your private jet.
That is incredible. Well, I'm glad you're a resource for Lakeland.
Yes, sir.
Lakeland is an ideal place for entrepreneurs to get started.
It is
spread their
indeed.
world. And you started, I remember when I was a kid,
Yes, sir.
we went to the boys club in Hamilton, Ohio,
Okay.
and it was a dime. We walked in, and I remember paying a dime every time we came in. Got to play pool, and
Yeah.
swim. I remember the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Long time.
Our
Give me
membership
chills.
when I was a kid was 50 cents a year.
50 cents a year.
50 cents for the
Wow.
year, and without the Boys Club, I don't know where I would be. It exposed me to Carnegie Hall and the finer things like opera houses, Broadway plays, even they actually had programs for entrepreneurs, and that may be where some of that entrepreneurial spirit got started as a treasurer in the Torch Club. And then, instilling that confidence in boys is key, knowing that they are kind, confident, competent, and compassionate. Those C's are right at the core of who we are as Boys Club kids. Doesn't matter how old you get, where you go across the country, across the world, we hold those values true.
That's right.
And,
Because they don't, not always do they come natural.
No.
Those are skills you develop with someone helping you, with a coach,
absolutely.
with someone helping. That's absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I was able to be blessed with some really great mentors as a kid, and from 14, when that was my first job, working in the summer at the Boys Club,
Oh, wow.
that bug bit me, and I knew that being able to pass what I learned at the Boys Club as a kid on and create that next generation of, and this stage of life, the next generation of culinary entrepreneurs, but it all boils back to building up young men of character and quality.
That's awesome. I wonder what it costs nowadays. Do you have any idea?
$5, I believe.
$5.
Yes, I actually went back and worked there for about 7 years as an adult, and I started again as the counselor, and then worked my way up. When I left, I was actually the program and
Wow.
curriculum coordinator.
Well, when I'm saying a dime, it was probably 1974 or 75.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Yes, a little bit before my time, but to think even, from great, donors and grants and programs, to be able to go from your dime to my 50 cents and now $5, it's all relative to the times. And then you can't get a babysitter for $5 an hour, let alone $5 for a school year.
And the people helping each other.
Absolutely.
It's absolutely priceless.
We're talking swim teams, basketball, baseball, They even have programs to help boys test to get into boarding school and prep schools on scholarship programs as well, which is really just about opening doors and providing opportunities that otherwise wouldn't be possible.
That's right. You gotta be aware and then develop your own network.
Yes.
Absolutely. And these are things that you don't know until someone teaches and helps you.
Exactly. So to be able to be that person that opens the eyes and opens the doors, or at least lets you know what you didn't know, just one little piece, I feel like I did something good.
Yeah, constructive criticism.
Absolutely.
It always works.
It does indeed.
Well, Chef Ken, it
Yes,
is
sir.
a pleasure.
It's a
speaking with you.
delight.
I thank you so much
Yes,
for your
sir,
time. Keep
for
making the world
sure.
better. And I recommend come
Absolutely.
try Plates on Deck.
Yes,
You said,
indeed.
what was the website again?
It's myplatesondeck.com.
And they'll be on the website by the end of the day.
Yes, indeed.
I want to thank Cohas for letting me use this room.
It's a beautiful place.
And
And we're neighbors. We're right around the corner from each other.
Yeah. Do you
Food
know
destination.
Jimmy over there at the Cultivated Pig?
I do indeed. Those are my guys.
There you go. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the outlook trying to help them. And do you know Gianna over at
Banditas.
No.
Gabby. No, that's
No.
Gabby, not Gianna. from
Gianna,
Banditas.
she does the food truck Feasts of Persia.
Yes.
Feasts of
The
Persia.
whole family, and then they've got
Yeah.
the funnel truck. Yeah, I see them. They're over at Union Home.
Yeah.
It's a great
That's
family.
it. Man, you guys are a nice
Absolutely.
tight knit group there.
Yeah,
helping each
and
other.
that son Dom is great also.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I've got them on the website. I'll
Yes.
put you on the website today.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
And